feel like you got a revamped Raider team over there in Oakland. Played some excellent ball last week against Denver. A great defense over there led by Von Miller. But Derek Carr, he did some great things out there. They got a young rookie running back running the ball pretty tough. I think he ran for over 140, 150 yards or something like that. And they got some good talent over there. Got a big Trent Brown they brought in this offseason on the offensive line to help anchor, that right side for Derek. And they're just playing good ball right now in the beginning of the season.
Did CBS get to send you like a VHS of the interception or anything?
Oh man, I got my good video stuff here at the Chiefs. So of course they wasn't gonna let me down. You know what I mean? I'm still got to march over to CBS when I get some free time.
No, seriously, how did you evaluate your first performance as a Chief?
It was all right. I feel like it's finally over with. I feel like that was a lot of anticipation from myself and from everybody else, my family, just a lot of people. But I feel like now it get to that point where you can kind of play football, myself personally, which is what I'd love to do.
What's the key to facing a quarterback that gets rid of the ball quickly? You saw one last week, and you're going to see one this week as well.
I think the key is just staying true to your technique and fundamentals. You can't really control. I can't control, how fast he gets the ball out. I can just, control what I can control. That's getting off the ball. That's beating the man in front of me, and trying to get to his throwing arm as fast as possible. I feel like in the past, when you have success against him, is when you're able to do things like that, you're able to force the issue, close the pocket so that he's getting those throws off high, quick throws off high, and you're getting your hands up. That's one thing as a defensive line, you can do, get your hands up to knock down some of those passes. You're getting off so quick.
This is a new defense, Frank, and particularly a new defensive line. What do you feel like worked last week with Jacksonville in terms of limiting their running opportunities or their lanes?
I feel like first being aggressive. I feel like you got to be aggressive when you're a defensive lineman. Hats off to a lot of our interior linemen because, they sit on doubles all day and stuff like that. So, as an end, your job is to contain the ball. I feel like we did, for the most part, we did a great job of containing the ball. Last week we only had 2 explosive plays and explosive runs. And when I say explosive runs, those are plays over 8, 9 yards. And we only left Fournette. We held him to 60 yards. I call that a win. Any day once you got a running back of his caliber, and any day he can go off for 100, 150 yards when you hold him to 60. So I feel like this week we got a better running game honestly coming in with Oakland this year. They looking pretty good on film, like I said, and then that running back, from Alabama, that boy's running the ball.
With the tackles do a little bit more cut blocking on the Raiders. What goes into beating that and being able to overcome?
I've seen it on film. I feel like staying true to your technique, getting off the ball. If I'm beating him off the ball, I'm going to see him doing that, and it's going to eliminate a lot of times his angle in which he's able to cut me. I usually beat most offensive linemen to their point of attacks, and that's one of my goals, just continue to fire off the ball, beat them to that point of attack where everything happens for offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and, all those cuts and stuff, be held to a minimum.
It's a little bit harder to plan for a guy like Josh Jacobs, which you really don't have much film on. I mean, if you go back and look at him in college, are you doing some things like that to figure out, his tendencies and what he's going to do?
I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's watching you correcting your mistakes a lot more. I mean, that's one thing I wanted to do this week. You can focus on the opponent all you want. You can watch as much film as you want on the team. That's not, really going to be what they come out for their game plan. Unfortunately, if it was that easy, we'd all be, all pros, all stars, whatever, it'd be more stats. But I feel like the one thing that I want to focus on, and I challenge, the rest of my defensive line was just to correct your mistakes, correct our mistakes, to fix the little things we got to do to help us, refine our game that much more.
So is it more just you feel the game out as it goes?
Exactly, yeah.
How much of a psychological advantage is it, Frank, to start the year with 2 road games and then come out 2-0? How much will that do for you guys in the locker room from a psychological standpoint, understanding the goals you're trying to reach?
In the long run, it'll help. It ain't nothing like playing at home, though. You know what I mean? So when you start off your season, you're on the road, 2 back-to-back. It seems like, you're not around your fans. Honestly, since the preseason, we really haven't. It feels like we've just been away the whole time for the most part. But, it just gives us that, extra motivation to come back home, give our fans something to play for. It's nothing like playing in enemy's territory, if you know what I mean. So, it's that environment and being in those football environments. Thank God, You know, our first shot, you know, we was out there in Jacksonville. That was a hard test. You know, the weather, over 100 degrees on the field. You know, the fatigue, the hydration, everything that they was pushing through our heads the week, you know, thank God it didn't really affect most of us. So when you start off on the road and you got to go play in the black hole, you know, things don't get much easier there, you know, playing in front of like crazy fans and stuff. So just coming with it. Pardon me?
Have you played down there?
Yes, I've played there before.
How many times? Like just probably once?
Yes, once.
Any memories of the fans and things they say or do?
Yeah, they're crazy. They're pretty crazy, but I mean, that's the black hole. That's what they do up there, man. It's one of the best stadiums, you know, one of the most historic stadiums in our football era.
This is kind of a weird question, but do you think it helps being the bad guy in the Bay before? I mean, you played at San Fran quite a bit, and now have you been there before and kind of felt some of that?
Yeah, no, I don't got a problem with being a bad guy. You just gotta live up to it sometimes, you know. But I feel like just you know, being on this part of the, you know, the rivalry and, you know, being introduced to it, you know, it's all fun and games, you know. But at the end of the day, everyone has a job to do. You know, it's great to go out there, compete, and do what you got to do. You know, but everybody has a job, and that's to win the football game, period. You know, besides the rivalry, you know, their job is to win the football game, and I feel like that's our focus right now.
Couple more, guys. If there's some adjustments you can make when a quarterback's getting rid of the ball quickly, is there still an element of frustration of having fewer opportunities to just really go after the quarterback?
Of course. That's very frustrating. Me as a pass rusher, you know, I want as many opportunities as I can to get, you know, to the quarterback. You know, and at the end of the day, when you got a guy like Derek Carr, I believe he's number one in the league right about now as far as his average time and release from, you know, snap to finish. But when you got a guy like that throwing the ball, I mean, yeah, it's going to frustrate you, but at the end of the day, you got to understand it's the marathon effect, you know. It's not a sprint. You know, the sprint for the front runners, marathon for the ones who really want to win in the end. I feel like at the end of the day, you just keep on going, keep on clawing. Sacks, they come in bunches. I've been doing this for 5 years now, double digits for consecutive years. Got to understand, you know, everything's not good. It's not going to come overnight. You know, the success is not going to come when you want it sometimes. You just got to be patient and, you know, eventually it's going to be there.